get right to the meat of the matter here. And just like the opener here, just like Paris stated,
Does he have pianos playing in the background? What the fuck is he doing?
Xbox does lose their identity, loses the fact of why do you own an Xbox when you're losing your exclusives, right? You're a third
Shout out to Deceiver, right? He says Xbox is the best. Y'all just go partner. Oh man, y'all are out here trolling this guy. I'm telling you, he's on one for sure, man. Shout out to Deceiver, man. And shout out Simple Jack, right? He says these two versions of Marathon CE, one for $180 no game, one for $220 with game. I'm getting one in case it fails. Having a piece of PlayStation failure. Hey, you know, history, right? You know, I guess I see the vision, you know?
party, full-on third-party publisher at that point in time.
And you see, I want to point this out. Notice the modifier that he puts on this.
Identity loses the fact of why do you own an Xbox when you're losing your exclusives, right? You're a third-party, full-on third-party.
Yeah, full-on third-party, because he knows PlayStation's third-party and all the shit that he's saying you could say about PlayStation, right? Ironically.
Publisher at that point in time. And it's just a weird thing to see. We're in that transitional phase with Xbox going into that third-party publisher role. That's where they're going to be the most lucrative. All that.
Oh, yeah, and PlayStation's right there with them, right?
Sort of stuff. You can take a few different aspects and angles from here and be like, well, this is best for the consumer, et cetera, et cetera. I still believe and am on that hill where we are believing that Xbox, PlayStation, Nintendo exclusives matter. And the fact that they
I mean, if that's the case, then PlayStation doesn't matter, right? Because where are the exclusives?
don't matter anymore means, well, they failed the console wars. They failed.
Yeah, Pony's saying you don't need an Xbox to play Xbox games. They're available on PC. But when we said we could play PlayStation games on PC, they will say PC is expensive. Yeah, they're just coping, right? It's an endless goalpost shift. And listen to this shit.
Anymore means, well, they failed the console wars. They failed that direction.
And go ahead and there's no need for you to put up the quotation fingers. We know you're a console warrior. We know you're a fucking weirdo. And by the way, fuck your Packers, dude. We know don't you put up the fucking quotations, right? That's your whole thing, right?
We need war.
Right. Go ahead and look in that camera and say those console warrior fanboy talking points.
And we've been over that multiple times. But that being said, let's get right to our first example here in regards to Avowed. Yes, Avowed coming to PlayStation 5 very shortly. Now,
hey, no way he fucks this up. Surely he'll have some salt, right? Last time I think he did this with when Halo went over to PS5, right? So hopefully he was able to find some salt for sure.
Jordan states here, the fact this popped up as Avowed was announced to get a PS5 release, chances are more high that this title is going to be next on being an Xbox exclusive no more, right? This was back when Fable was announcing this. We've been working on Fable for a really, really long
I mean, I'm not going to lie. This shit only has 10 views, right? But I mean, it definitely seems like he's a little bit butthurt that the game is going over to other platforms, right?
time. It's time to show you more, much more. Tune in to Developer Direct at 10 a.m. on January 22nd for our first deep dive into the game and stuff like that, right? So coming up very shortly, next week we're going to be seeing, or later on this week, however you want to view that, you're going to see a deep dive of Fable. Will they announce a day and date for PlayStation 5 as well? Time will tell. I think it's
See, this is what I mean. These guys really like Xbox games. That's what I'm starting to notice. And these will be the same guys talking about, oh, Xbox doesn't have equality or whatever. But I guarantee you they will all be tuned in to that Xbox Direct, right? To have some games.
Leaning towards that way. But if not day and date, I'm sure sooner than later, right? So it's kind of crazy how they're going there. So right to be worried because you're protective of that ecosystem.
Are you going to cook this guy or not, right? Or is he about to sympathize with the fanboys yet again, right? They said Avowed was ass. I mean, I'm not going to lie. I did not like Avowed. In my opinion, I think it was ass as well. Wasn't my cup of tea. But, I mean, is he going to cook this guy or fucking not? He sympathizes with them.
Kind of crazy how they're going there. So, right to be worried because you're protective of...
Right, worried about what?
That ecosystem. You want to have something in your ecosystem that you invested your time and money into as valued, right? You want to be like, what's in it for me as a consumer investor?
Oh, so this is some type of weird validation for the plastic box that you built. I said that you bought, right? That's all that this is. Oh, I bought this game for exclusives, so there's still exclusives. I bought the right box. This is ridiculous. And you guys can't even say this shit anymore because all of your games are on PC, right? If he's right to be worried, then you should be worried.
Investing into that ecosystem aside from a rental service, which is Game Pass.
Oh, God. Here's the Game Pass code.
Exclusives. This is why they matter, because people want something to look forward to. They want something of value in their system aside from a rental service, believe it or not.
I mean, but what's the value of games, of having games that other people can't play? How does that benefit you? I can see how that benefits PlayStation or Xbox, making people buy the console to play the hardware. And even in the long run, we've seen Xbox, they sold a lot more games when they put their shit on other platforms. So I just don't see how that provides value really to anyone. All it does is really just give you guys, shit for your list war, right?
The small minority on social media.
Oh, yeah, PlayStation Plus is a rental service, too, as well. I mean, I remember when Blockbuster, everybody speaks fondly about the Blockbuster days, right? We all get nostalgia and talk about that shit is cool. So I guess renting in a day and age where you don't own games, I guess that's bad now.
That's glazing up Game Pass is not reality.
You're too old to use that phrase, glazing up. Stop it. You're way too old to be saying that shit.
Hey, folks, as you can see with the subscriber count and where it should have been for Xbox, right? As we continue right here, Ricky,
where's the salt?
07 at Xbox is so worthless. Thanks so much, Phil Nokia. Right? Tagging Xbox P3, Phil Spencer himself.
Damn.
I think this image goes hand in hand, but again, I don't think it's just Phil. I think it's everybody involved, and Nadella Satya really
Satya, what?
wants this direction to happen as well. So I think some things are out of Phil's hands, but yes, Phil knew.
Oh, go ahead and get on your knees and suck off fucking Phil Spencer too. Holy fucking shit. Anytime any corporate anything is up there, you get on your knees and you fucking defend them, you little fucking shill. Brother, what are you doing? What the fuck are you doing right now? I mean, holy shit. What am I watching?
The answer, Phil knew what the trajectory was. Phil knew where the direction and the future of Xbox was headed, and he did light everybody's faces.
Oh, yeah.
Money!
That's what Phil was thinking about.
So, yeah, Phil Nokia does suit him pretty well, and those calling him out, I understandably see why. Now,
brother, calling him out, brother, Phil Spencer ain't seeing this shit. Phil Spencer don't give a fuck about this. This is a bad look. This is probably some grown-ass man somewhere crying that other people are going to be able to play Avowed. This is what I'm saying. It must be a sad day. Niggas crying about Avowed. I know some of you guys like that shit, right? But I mean, come on, right? And this is what I mean. Where's the soul? You have a fanboy crying, and you sympathize with them, right? You give them a hug and you pick them back up, right? We know why you do it.
We need war.
I mean, this shit is just pathetic.
as we continue here, we have Evil MC. Great to know if we played the beta test version on Xbox again. Great game, but I'd rather wait and play the finished thing. Really, what the F is the point in an Xbox now? This just echoes my sentiment that I started at the beginning of this video, that exclusives matter. What does it matter, right? And it is. I mean,
oh, buddy, you want to get out of there. Oh, no. You don't even realize the hypocrisy in this. Get out of there. This is not a good look for you.
You have to view it as an Xbox fan. You have to take a step back and be like, yeah, we beta tested this. Now,
no, you can view it as a PlayStation fan, right? Because, we make the joke all the time that you guys beta test games before they come to PC, right? And then we get to, literally, can't we say the same thing with PC? And then we get to play the best version of the fucking game with all the bells and whistles, right? You guys cope about the shit. And shout out to Partial Meme. He's been a member for 1 month. He said, would it kill the guy to not sound smug? I mean, he thinks he's smarter than what he is, when he's extremely stupid, right? But you know what they say? Ignorance is bliss, man. Shout out to Partial Meme, bro. I mean, insane.
only is it $20.
Yeah, this guy calls salt seasoning. This guy thinks salt is spicy, right?
Less. Whether it came out a year later for this anniversary edition of Avowed, so if you don't know, contextually speaking, you are getting the anniversary edition, you're getting more stuff, you're getting New Game Plus, you're getting
my anniversary edition.
race and skills and stuff like
I mean, the Xbox guys will have access to that too.
that. And it's dropping the same day, the anniversary edition, update and content the same day as the release on the PlayStation 5. So again, are we looking at this in the same aspect as one of the Halo devs coming out with the PlayStation 5? Sure, announcing the Halo remake.
Old news. Yeah, here we go again, bringing up the PlayStation shirt. Like, this is why nobody can take any of your videos seriously. Like, you're literally, This is your ammunition. A Halo dev wearing a PlayStation shirt. These guys don't get that they just want
money.
Right? And that shit put a battery in your back, and you're probably going to go and buy a copy, right? Even though we know you probably don't play games, just to spite the Xbox guys. I mean, this shit is silly. Extremely silly.
Combat Evolved.
You're probably going to buy Avowed too, right? That's why when we look at the top sellers, right, we see Microsoft games.
Coming to all
Avowed was prime ass. Like, that's what I'm saying. I feel you on that.
platforms, at least the PlayStation 5 and the Xbox. So, is that on the same level? Oh, maybe not, but there's a lot of similarities there, right? And
hey, and shout out to Big Mad Mo. He's been a member for 2 months. He says 95% of us Xbox fans don't give a damn. Yeah, dude, all the tweets that he's showing are from guys like with 314 views, 10 views and everything. I mean, just the bottom of the barrel, right? I thought Xbox was dead, dude, right? I thought they didn't have any fans, man. Like, he's literally just scraping, trying to reach for shit. And it's sad because even if he sees like a fanboy who's salty about the shit, all he's going to do is say, this is why exclusives matter. He's going to pat him on the back and give him a hug.
Folks like Evil MC here, very right to be upset. Again, if I was...
See, this is what I mean. Very right to be upset. What do you mean? What is he to be upset about?
in the Xbox fanboy camp, or even just a fan of Xbox in general, just a normal fan, I would feel betrayed. I'd feel hurt. The trust is gone. All this sort of stuff. So what is the point of Xbox? I'm telling you right now.
Okay. So as a PlayStation fan, how do you feel when you see all of the tentpole titles are all on PC, right? When you know, for example, you were talking about beta testing. When you know for a fact that Ghost of Yote, right? What's it called? The other one, Death Stranding. When you know that those games are coming over to PC, how does that make you feel? Do you feel hurt? Do you feel betrayed? No. You sit here, you cope, and you still fucking glaze PlayStation. That's why it's so funny you don't see the hypocrisy in the shit they're saying.
This is all console wars aside. The reality of it is they are a full third-party publisher.
Yeah, just like PlayStation.
Their future is just as much of a question mark as far as dedication to consoles.
No. Their future is
Money.
right? Just like all the corporations, right? And the fact that you guys don't understand it, that says a lot, right? Yeah, that face is crazy. I know. We do be getting some crazy pauses on this guy.
Hardware than anything else. And just being honest, I would wait to invest more into that ecosystem.
What do you mean invest? What the fuck are you investing, right? Do you get kickbacks? Or like, what the fuck is he talking about at invest?
Without following the shills, frauds, and grifters into what they're wanting you to do. So just
This
take
guy,
a step.
and there we go. Frill, I said frill. Shills, frauds, and grifters yet again, like clockwork. Like, this is how you know he's spiraling. Like, he's just throwing out fucking words.
Back, understand the direction of that, and understand if you do want to go PC into that ecosystem, if you want to stay in the console side of things, I would definitely look into a PlayStation or a Nintendo.
And he wants to call people shills, frauds, and grifters. And here he is recommending a PlayStation. Like, get the fuck out of here.
Switch. If you want more bang.
Or a Nintendo Switch. Wait a minute. Did he just say that?
And understand if you do want to go PC into that ecosystem, if you want to stay in the console side of things, I would definitely look into a PlayStation or a Nintendo Switch. If you want more bang for your buck, I would say for third party and first party, I would lean towards PlayStation as far as the...
Oh, no. And look at you. You don't get to do... Shut your ass up. I thought exclusive matter, right? If that's the case, then you go with the one that gets the most exclusive games, right? Your stupid ass, right? You thought you were slick, buddy. No, go with the Nintendo. It's the easy choice. It has the most exclusives, right? Ain't that what you be saying? Some stupid shit like that?
Types of games you're wanting. If you're okay with the Nintendo first party games and that's your thing, then that's obviously going to be your cup of tea. But you have choices out there. You need to make
just get a PC and you'll be able to play all the games, right?
the right educated research. So make those educated guesses, right? Make
Research to make educated guesses. Brother, what the fuck are you talking about? What is being said right now, at least from what I'm saying, is factual, right? Get a PC and you will be able to play all of the games, right? And get the best performance. Stop it.
those educated guesses into facts with the data that you're able to research, right? It's what you need to do. So let's continue here. Avowed again. Emmy.
Yeah, all these guys play hours on free-to-play games, but yet exclusives matter. It's funny you say that, right? Let me take a little left turn real quick, right? If you look at his channel, bro, that's the funny thing about this guy, right? Whenever you go to his lives, right? Now, granted, 2 days ago, this shit only got 95 views. Marvel Rivals, Marvel Rivals, Marvel Rivals. This will be the same guy yapping about fucking exclusives matter, but all you see is fucking Marvel Rivals, free to play games. So that is a great point. Jacob, I'm glad that you said that. All right. Back to cooking this guy.
Here, I've seen them multiple times on here. Big Xbox fan.
Yeah, who the fuck is this guy, right? 2 views, right? This is from January 9th, and only 2 people viewed it, and you're one of them. Holy shit, the only person who viewed this was the guy who made it, and you. And this is the salt that you're bringing to the forefront. Why?
Cool. Us Xbox players really are just beta testers at this.
That fucker was calling people pedos when they pulled him last year. Hey. I know. Yeah, he's a dweeb, right? I know. That's why we cook his ass.
Point, why the F does Xbox even have a console anymore? If this is how they treat their users, F you at Phil Spencer, he states. So again,
hey, you better be careful for Phil Spencer come down and ratio this guy like he did Crab Gamer.
That's the only way to view it, right? Again, I don't want to hit the hammer on the nail here over and over again, but
why not?
It is. There's only.
Oh, why not? I thought this was salt, right? I thought that you were trying to make some salt content. What do you mean you don't want to hit the hammer on the head? I thought that was the whole fucking point. I thought that we were here trying to see you goddamn cook these guys, right? Now here you are yet again sympathizing with them. This is so odd.
One way to look at it, you're beta testing stuff. If the shoe is on the other foot, roles reverse,
it is.
Whatever you want to name this here.
It is.
I would be very upset as a PlayStation fan if shoe was on the other foot, and that's happening to IPs such as Uncharted, God of War, Horizon, Astrobot, Spider-Man, all that sort
of... Brother, it has. Literally all the games you're talking about besides Astrobot, I have played on my PC at better performance, right? The goddamn director's cut and all this shit. What are you talking about?
Stuff coming on a competing platform with better reception, with...
Yes.
Anniversary editions, with a full-fledged and more fleshed out game that makes...
You fucking income fucking poop.
Yeah, this guy is a fucking income poop, right? I mean, what is he talking about?
Worth returning to, not just like, it's just a new game plus, right? Or something very minuscule added to the game. This is significant changes, right? Day and date stuff, A. And number 2, you're getting anniversary editions and a lot of bonus content on that sort of stuff.
Oh, wait a minute. But this wasn't a day and date. This was a timed exclusive, right? The same shit that you guys cap for. What are you talking about?
I get it. Very upset, too, I would be. So,
okay, so you're just projecting right now.
Not to quote the great Yoda, right? And Tom Warren here, he states... Another Xbox game is...
Okay, Astrobot and Demon Souls, I believe, are the only PS5 games missing, while for PS4, Shadows of the Colossus remake and Gravity Rush. And you could play that shit, that Shadow of the Colossus through emulation and shit. So, I mean, I don't get it.
Coming to PS5 next month. Avowed is coming to PS5 on...
You could do the same shit with Demon Souls, right? Not the remake, the original one.
February 17th, alongside the anniversary update for the game across all platforms and Cyberpunk Gamer 94. And still, we get nothing from PlayStation. Yes. This is the other thing that a lot of the Xbox fanboys...
Yes, and I agree 1,000%. You know, if they stay on the Xbox hardware, or maybe if they get a PC or whatever the fuck, go over to PlayStation, what they will learn, and this is what I learned on PC, is that you don't really get much from PlayStation. No games. It's definitely a drought. You know, maybe 1 to 2 tentpole titles a year. That's it. You know what I mean? Like, it's very sad, right? You know, when you get onto Steam, you'll see they got like a good, 30, 35 games. You'll run through those like it's nothing, right? If you even want to play them, right? And you'll realize there's not a lot of PlayStation games. It's very barren.
I understand. It's the fact that you're not going to get anything in return. Multiple people, and maybe this person hasn't...
What do you mean? They got Helldivers, dude.
...understood, or maybe no one's spelled it out for them. But the fact of the matter remains here, okay? PlayStation doesn't need to. PlayStation didn't back themselves into a corner with Game Pass, with a rental service, putting all their eggs in one basket.
Oh, so then, and look at you, so fucking salty, by the way. Just because you're a fucking fanboy, like, it's so funny. Look at you, salty. Then why are all their games on fucking PC? right? Then how do I get to, insert myself into these conversations and talk about these games? Because I've played all the tentpole titles, all the games that, are the reason to own a PlayStation. I played them all on my PC, right? Experienced them at better quality than you guys. So then why did they do it then, right? Like, it doesn't make sense. Don't get me wrong. I know why they did it. They did it for
money.
Right? But it's just funny seeing these guys cope and move the goalposts in real time.
PlayStation isn't faltering in regards to console sales.
Oh, yes, they are. They're down 40%. What are you talking about? Console sales across the board are down. They haven't been that low since 1995?
PlayStation isn't having an advertising or an identity crisis. Okay? There's no...
I mean, I don't know about that, right? Get out of there. A lot of people have been saying that they're making the same games now, and people are sorry of the shit. Philip says, sorry I'm late. I was watching Bluey with my niece and had to cook dinner for the family. Oh, you ain't Miss Nathan, right? Just been cooking these fanboys. Same old, right?
Reason that PlayStation has to play ball. If they want to make more money, if they want to put a games as a service game out.
Yeah, remember, this idiot copped two copies of Concord. Yeah, this is why I mean, you can't take his word on fucking anything.
They're on a competing platform, aka or i.e. Helldivers 2. Then that's them. That's their business decision.
Oh, cope.
Much aside from any PlayStation fan, how they feel about that, corporations are going to do what corporations are meant to.
Shut your ass fucking exactly. Bingo, right? Explain in Final Fantasy VII Remake. Exactly. Coming to Xbox. Exactly. Meanwhile, he brings up Helldivers 2. Nothing. Crickets. You can hear a pin drop. All that shit about my ecosystem and all this shit. Right out the window. You know what I mean? It's very funny. January 9th, X-Bald is 10 days late with this. Yeah, who knows? To be honest with you, 10 days late, that's kind of early for him.
Make money. They're not your friends. If it makes sense to make that money, okay. PlayStation fans and the ecosystem, a lot of the user base does purchase their games, all right?
Oh.
They're not.
That's not what Square Enix said, right? That is not what Square Enix said.
Not hindered
Astro Boy didn't get that much love either.
To a Game Pass or a rental service, right?
Yeah. Then what happened with what's it called, with Astro Boy and Square Enix then?
That's not the primary way they experience their games. So if even Spider-Man or any other game, those sales would take a very large impact because they're not available on Game Pass. Their audience and customers has been garnered and herded over to the fact that, hey, Game Pass is the greatest value in gaming right now. If it's not on Game Pass, likely I'm not going to buy it.
And now we got Game Pass Cope. Brother, if they wanted to buy the game, they could fucking buy the game. Nothing's ever stopped them from buying the game. And sometimes they even have discounts if the game's on Game Pass or whatever. I mean, all this is just cope.
Aside from some of the enthusiasts out there, they're not going to buy it. So it doesn't make sense. All these additions.
And where's the data to prove that, sir?
Adding up doesn't make sense.
Right, that didn't stop Expedition 33 from selling well. Didn't stop Silk Song from buying well. Shit crashed the store. I mean, come on now, right? Where is the data to back this up? This just sounds like fanboy mumbo jumbo.
Sense to release PlayStation first-party single-player games on a competing platform at that point.
But they've done that. They've given up all the tentpole titles on PC. But you guys like to pretend that PC doesn't exist, right? Unless when you guys want to fearmonger it.
Point in time because, well, it's going to be hit and miss with those sales, right? So.
Yeah, because we're not going to just glaze that bullshit like you do, and it's hit or miss with the sales with you guys. That's why when Stellar Blade, a single-player PlayStation game, went to PC, it sold damn near 19 times faster. Broke a fucking record, right? That's why I'm saying you guys, like I said, you keep that shit over there with the Xbox guys, right? This is not what you want. I don't know why they always try to take swipes at the PC guys, right? You just need to stay in their lane, just keep on being a little goofy console warrior, talking all that fucking nonsense, dick riding PlayStation, right? We expect nothing more from you.
Here. A couple more examples here. On this one here, Alejandro, FU at Obsidian, Phil Spencer, Satya, Sarah Bond. Your new strategy is awful.
Awful.
Well, Alejandro.
Yeah.
Again. What did a lot of us, if you are prevalent on social media, what did a lot of people state? Buy your games, purchase your games.
And again, another tweet with 2 views, right? He's talking to Alejandro. What are we doing, right? Are you going to cook, Alejandro? Like, holy shit.
Support.
Yeah, Alejandro. Are you gonna cook his ass? Like, what are we doing?
The devs support buying your games. Don't rely on Game Pass.
Oh my god.
And this strategy
All he can say is buy your game.
Be a good consumer.
Be a good consumer. What the fuck are you doing? 2 views. Oh, these are his friends. I know. Another tweet with only 2 views. It's literally just him and the person who made the tweet seeing it.
wouldn't have been a thing. And maybe you did do something, right?
Yeah.
Assuming positive intent, you did do that, right? That is something that you absolutely did do. You purchased your games, you did the best you could, word of mouth to your friends, family, whatever.
Word of mouth.
Those games, but the majority.
Yeah, word of mouth.
Be a good consumer.
What the fuck are you talking about? Word of mouth. Pause. I mean, these guys be doing some crazy things for PlayStation. That's all I got to say.
Majority of the fan base was led to believe that Game Pass truly is the best value in gaming, and to go ahead and make that your primary way to game in that ecosystem. Okay, and that's just what happens. That's what the strategy evolved into, right? If there was enough subscribers, chances are they could have continued exclusives, right? Because there's enough subscribers to pay for that kind of quality and to keep things locked to an
quality. Then what happened with PlayStation?
Exclusivity and value-based ecosystem, but that did not happen. So just some words of advice if you do happen to come across this. Now,
some fanboy advice, right? Are you giving fanboy advice?
Additionally, Daniel Ortega, our last example here, you are useless.
Oh, the last one.
The worst thing that ever happened to Xbox with the clown emoji referencing and tagging Phil Spencer themselves.
Yeah.
So,
yeah, get him.
You know, I don't think Phil Spencer's the worst thing.
Oh my. You just like to protect corporate guys. This is fucking insane. I've seen him talk shit about Phil Spencer. Brother, you have a golden lane to talk shit, cook the fanboy, talk shit about Phil Spencer, but you're on your knees glazing the corpo.
Be a good consumer.
This is crazy. Yeah, this is imitation salt. I feel bamboozled, right? Speckeldorfed, right? A whopping 51 views. I know these choosing this is just sad. Terrible salt.
But it definitely isn't the best thing that happened to Xbox. And I believe there was a path, and I think this has to do with investors.
Oh yeah, I know the path.
Money.
Right, I think that was the path that he's seen.
It has to do with a lot of other outside affiliates, right? You have to have a great return. ABK was an issue.
Oh, ABK
Satya signed off on this deal. Phil Spencer gave him this dream, this pipe dream of, hey, if we own this, we can do this, this, and this. If they had the time, if the investors and everybody else in the high up ladders had enough time to sit on this, the return would have been there, right?
Pause. And way to get real vague when you're talking about that. What are you even saying? This ABK code. What do I say all the time? A wound that never healed with these fanboys.
You have to lose. You have to spend the money, right, to make the money, so to speak. And they didn't have the time. They didn't have the patience to sit on the ABK and ZeniMax deals. They didn't have the time to wait for the return on investments. And them pushing ever so hard on...
Brother, what return? They're getting that return. What the hell are you talking about? Brother, nobody was buying the console. You guys talk about console sales all the time, right? Now they're able to sell their games to a much wider audience, right? The only people who are butthurt about the shit are fanboys. Meanwhile, they're making money and they're able to make more games, right? I mean... PlayStation could learn from them, if you ask me.
Game Pass did not help this as well. I think if they didn't have Game Pass, they bought ZeniMax, they bought ABK, you're making Diablo exclusive, you're making, COD
exclusive.
I think needed to remain multi-plat to get that return. Eventually, you could probably pull that, piss off some customers and players.
You see, and this is what I mean. You guys would run these corporations right into the fucking ground. Like, this is just some of the dumbest shit I've heard all day.
Eventually pull that and make it exclusive, but at first you could have timed exclusive content, you could have perks, stuff timed like exclusive. That, still release it on other competing platforms, but make it really an exclusive type of content for a while in regards to your ecosystem.
But what the fuck does that even mean, right? A timed exclusive. Brother, see, this is what I mean. I can't believe they fall for this shit. They really believe they still have exclusive games. How the fuck is a shit exclusive if you know it's timed and it's going to other platforms? It just sounds ridiculous. Like, this is silly, right? This is what I mean. If anybody took this advice, this would be so dumb.
A lot of things you could have done with all the IPs under those 2 umbrellas alone. Keep them exclusive, right? Keep them exclusive, make it value-based. But again, Game Pass is such the kryptonite that was supposed to also make it so powerful, the Xbox ecosystem so powerful. And, you know,
I mean, I don't know. It made $5 billion, right? Didn't they say that shit made $5 billion last year?
rich in experience had the opposite effect, and it truly was the kryptonite of the brand. And now they have no choice but to lean into it, right? Only no choice but to lean into it. Xbox is everywhere. Everything's an Xbox. Game Pass, Game Pass, Game Pass. That's all they have to look on. That's their future. That's what they put in all their baskets, all those eggs in that basket. That's what they did. And this is the future, and the whole slate is coming.
I mean, he's just looping, not even saying anything. Yeah, and you're right about the full slate.
Especially with the current and future release games. As far as the older games, Redfall, Crackdown 3, the past Forza games, stuff like that. People want to use that as ammo. Like, those aren't coming. Look, it doesn't matter. Going forward.
Just like how you guys do with your handful of games that haven't gone over the PC. And the funny thing about all this shit that you haven't brought up one time is with the next Xbox, the Magnus or whatever the fuck. With them having access to Steam, they're going to have access to the whole slate as well, right? It's funny how you always tiptoe around that. You never really want to get into this discussion, right? Because it would make a lot of the shit that you say sound very hypocritical, right? But don't worry, we all know X-Fault. We see through the bullshit.
Forward, 99% positive or looking like it that the whole slate is coming, all right? Not just onesie twosies here and there. That is their future. That is their destination. That is their goal, is to make as much money as possible, because they did lose.
Oh, like PlayStation, right? Like, what are we even talking about, right? Like, is that a bad thing that games are going to other platforms? I mean, these guys act like the Xbox guys are losing those games. Like when the game's no longer exclusive, they lose it from their library. They'll still be able to play the games, all right? You know, and hopefully the shits sell even better. They'll get sequels to those games, right? I mean, come on now.
The console war, because they did make
Did he just say the console war?
to make as much money as possible, because they did lose the console war, because they did make terrible decisions the last 10 to 15 years. They didn't have the patience. They didn't have the wherewithal to wait things out and to be lucrative in another way, because they don't care. No corporation cares about being your best friend. They're there to make money.
Oh, so then why do you dick ride PlayStation like you do?
It wasn't
when they're doing the same thing.
quick enough, so the next best thing, keep it everywhere, make that money, right? So that being said, guys, at the end of the day, you do have choices to make. The writing has been on the wall for quite some time. Those still clinging on with a fingernail to what Xbox is going to be promising as far as consoles, hardware, and their future. Their future is full third-party publisher. Again, if that
Games, right? I don't understand why he keeps on throwing out that third-party publisher like PlayStation isn't. I mean, it's like someone hold this guy up a beer, right? And it's funny, you guys see, he wants to talk about fraud shows and grifters. He even has like his little PlayStation controller propped up. I mean, this dude is a PlayStation dick rider, right? It's just the irony is rich in this shit.
that's your thing, you're okay with that, you made peace with that, then that's fine. If you think that they're actually going to do something and
Made peace with what? He really thinks there's people out here that are heartbroken that other people get to play a game. Like, what the fuck are you even talking about?
reverse course, they're not. So you have a decision to make, and don't be like these guys under the covers, not aware of the situation in general. That being said, we will wrap up the video here, guys. Definitely leave a like, comment down below.
Fair enough. Fair enough. Another goofy video. You know what? Like I said, it was old news, but it wasn't as old as usual. I'll actually give him a like for that, right? Wasn't as old as usual. Usually his videos are a lot more older than that.